Today I'm going to talk about the 3 different trims of Model 3 that you can buy, what their advantages and disadvantages are, and maybe hopefully give you some info that will help you make your decision. As of April 2020, Tesla currently makes the Standard Range Plus, the Long Range All-Wheel Drive, and the Performance. Currently they cost $40,000, $49,000, and $57,000 respectively. I'm not going to talk about the obvious stuff that you can already see from the website, like I'm not going to go over 0 to 60 times, and you can read all that on the website for yourself. What I am going to share with you is what I've heard from talking with friends and seeing online, people talking about their own experiences, having owned one or trading it in for another. I'm going to share with you the details that you don't see on the website. The Standard Range Plus at $40,000 is an excellent car. It's a fully functional Tesla. 250 miles of range, rear-wheel drive. The car is awesome. They come standard with autopilot now, so if you're using it for road trips under 250 miles, great. If you're going over 250 miles, also great. Supercharging that will not take super long. It's got a smaller battery than the other 2 options. 2 big things to note about this car. One is that it does not contain the premium interior, which means that the sound system will have a few less speakers in it and a couple other minor details. 2 is that it is a rear-wheel drive, which if you live in a climate where you get a lot of snow or you drive over gravel often, then having an all-wheel drive option is something that might be a little bit better for you. And 3, this is by far the biggest one that I hear, is the range. If you have the option of going up from 250 miles to 322 miles on a full battery charge, that 70 miles of difference that's about another hour worth of driving before you have to stop and charge. It's probably not a lot if you don't go on a lot of road trips, but if you live in somewhere like Las Vegas and you go to somewhere like Los Angeles, which is 4 hours away, and you do that once a month or more than once a month, like a lot of people do, it's going to be real nice to have that extra range. Number 2, the long range all-wheel drive. If you're making your decision purely based on utility, this is the one for you. This car gets the highest amount of range that's currently available for the Model 3. It also happens to be an all-wheel drive, which is excellent for resale value, especially if you're selling to someone that lives in a different climate than you, that needs all-wheel drive. And the acceleration increase with 2 motors running at the same time is pretty cool. The biggest thing I see and hear people talk about the long-range all-wheel drive that they're not happy with is simply performance. Now, there's something to be said for the fact that you get a little bit spoiled once you've driven the all-wheel drive, which is 0 to 60 currently in right around 4 seconds, and then you experience the performance, and that can change your opinion on your car. So as long as you don't need a roller coaster experience every single time you step on your accelerator pedal, I think you're okay here. That moves me to number 3, the Model 3 Performance. If you have a need for speed, this is a phenomenal car. The 0 to 60 time in a Tesla is very different than an average car. If you're driving a gas car, no matter how good the technology is, there will always be a little bit of lag time when you step on the accelerator. When you punch it in a Tesla, you're getting instant torque to all 4 tires immediately. It really will throw you back in your seat, so much so that you should warn people to put their heads back before you step on it. The Performance also comes with Track Mode 2.0, which is the most recent version, and it is an incredible feature for any performance car. Look up a video or 2 on what this does, but it's incredible. It's like a video game for your car while you're driving. It shows pressure on your tires, it shows performance, it shows a lot of really cool things. You should be aware though that because the car has more power, it will burn through the battery a little bit faster, especially if you're punching it or using that speed. You're not going to get as much range as the step below. And by step below, I mean the long range all-wheel drive. A lot of people that get the Performance end up having the feedback that it's really, really nice, but they end up just driving the car in chill mode most of the time. They don't want to make their other passengers sick or their wife sick or their husband sick or however you want to describe that. If you got some useful information from this video, please consider dropping me a like. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm and it helps them boost my video. And please comment below if you have questions you'd like to see answered. Stay safe.